Welcome to HelloMumbaiNews.com. I am your host and host Alim Sheikh. Today we have a very special guest. Yes, we are talking about Dr. Elena Remizova, the director of Russian Culture House in Mumbai. Today she will highlight the importance of the Russian Culture Center. She will talk with us about the vision and mission about the Russian Center in Mumbai. So Dr. Elena, welcome to HelloMumbaiNews.com.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that you are here in Russian House in Mumbai.
Yeah. So first, we would like to know about the Russian house in Mumbai. What is the activity of this Russian house and how it help to the people?
So Russian House in Mumbai was established in 1975. So we have a very, very long history for now. And usually our activities concentrated on educational field, on cultural promotion, on science. This is their most important activities. Also, we collaborate with our compatriots here and with all our friends inside of the Indian society, and we have a lot of them.
So, what is your vision and mission about to promote this activity? What is your vision about that in future?
Of course, we would like to increase our activity as far as it possible, because during the after the collapse of Soviet Union, of course, it was about 30 years ago, but nevertheless, during the Soviet Union, we had here much more activities and cultural, of course, activities in the comparing what we have now. And we would like to increase it, to bring more artists here, to bring more scientists here. We aim to collaborate with different universities to increase the students exchange also, because it's very important for the youth people to come and to see by themselves what Russia is, how people in Russia live now, because sometimes I meet that people, they just do not know about what is the contemporary Russia. They still think in Russia in terms of Soviet Union, but of course it's not like this anymore.
So, what is the impact of this Russia-Ukraine conflict on the Russia house and your activity?
Well, in general, I cannot say that we have such some direct impact on our activity. But as I said before, our main direction of the activity is to attract the students to study in Russia. I can say that for now, about 30,000 Indian students, they are in Russia now, in different directions. But the most important, of course, and most popular is the medical. Last year, we have got about 2,000 students from India for medical universities only. And I think this year, because the admission didn't finish yet, I guess we will have the same or numbers or maybe more. But regarding your question, to these numbers, now we have plus around 500 to 1,000 students from Ukraine, which we are invited to Russia to continue their study, because they cannot study anymore in Ukraine. And we are very welcome them to shift to Russia, and they can continue their study there.
Do you agree that the Indian students are taking much more interest to get the medical education in Russia? Because earlier they have the option in Ukraine, but now there is no good position to get the medical education in Ukraine. So now the people, Indian students generally, they are moving to Russia, and your number is increasing day by day.
Yes, regarding this point, I would say that in Ukraine, of course, it's not safe, first of all. In Russia, all students are saved. So this is very important to know for parents and for those who are going to study in Russia. They will be very, very safe. It's the first one. We do not have any racism, we do not have any Nazism in Russia. So we welcome all nations. And traditionally, of course, we like Indian people, Indian students, because of our long tradition of the friendship. But about the increasing of the students in Russia, you are very right. But I think another reason for this is that in the end of 2021, Indian government approved the decree, or maybe it's the law, that the medical education must be not less than 5.5 years. So this that Russia is providing. That's why students which previously may be thinking about to go to other countries, but in other countries they can get only 4 years. In Russia they can have 5.5 years, of course. Maybe this is the main point of the increasing of the number of Indian students which are going to Russia now.
So apart from that, what is your strategy? What is your future planning to promote the Russian tourism, particularly in Indian continental?
Well, I can say that this item is very, very important for us now. Just recently in Delhi, 10 days ago, 1 week ago, we had a very big exhibition, tourism exhibition. And there was a huge delegation from Russia, from Moscow, from St. Petersburg, from other regions. Also, very frequently, we have delegations regarding the tourism, delegations here in Mumbai. Uh, if you know, maybe, or maybe not, recently Russia launched the e-visa for Indians. So now it's become much easier to get visa online. So you don't need to spend a lot of time to go to this embassies or consulate, the visa section or other officials. So this is the first point, and of course we are waiting tourists from India because we are prepared for this. In Moscow and in St. Petersburg, we already implemented the special program which called India Friendly. It means that the tourists from India get the will get the special needs what they need exactly when they are entering the hotel, especially in food, because it's very important. And besides the hotels, of course, we have a lot of Indian restaurants, both vegetarian and non-vegetarian, and it's rather popular not for Indian students but through Russians too.
So are you giving the assurance to the Indian tourists that they can visit the Russia during this tough time conflict also, and they are safe in Russia?
Yes, of course, it's very safe for them to go to Russia. Usually, the main route for Indian tourists is Moscow and Saint Petersburg. But also, I would like to advise to them to go to Kazan region. It's a very, very historical, interesting region with most of Muslim population. I also advise to go to the Far East, Russian Far East, to Vladivostok, for example. And there is a quite different nature, but it's still Russia. So a lot of regions in Russia that Indian tourists can explore for them, but maybe the good point to start from Moscow and St. Petersburg. And yes, it's very safe.
So my last question, Dr. Lena, to you, being a Russian woman, what is your experience in India, particularly with our people and with our country?
Well, I'm I'm really happy to be here because India is not like a country which just appeared in my life. It was since my childhood because I have studied in only one school in Russia where you can study Hindi. So since my childhood, I have studied Hindi for 10 years. And of course, we get know country more and more and more. So that's why when I was invited here to work, I was really happy because I know the culture, know language, I know people. But of course, when I came here, India is full of surprises. And now I'm getting more and more new information about India, but of course I am very happy to be here and the people very friendly and the weather is not so cold as in Russia. very warm and very comfortable. And even some kind of food is also very good. But honestly to say, for me, it's a little bit problem because it's not, of course, like Russian food. But I used to eat this, yes.
So, what is being a director of Russian House Mumbai? What is your message to our people, particularly women's?
Well, it's very important to encourage women to promote themselves. First, of course, to educate themselves, because the education for girls and for women is a very important part of their successful in their life. I was the delegate from Russian delegation for Women 20 this year, and we discussed a lot on our meetings about these possibilities. And I'm very happy to see that our sisters in India, they are very, very active here. And we collaborate with them, and we will welcome them also to Russian House to have our joint event here. So I support them fully.
Thank you very much talking with Hello Mumbai News.com.
Thank you very much for your time.
So now friend Dr. Elena who shared the vision and mission about Russian House in Mumbai and their activities. And recently she also told about that what is her experience working with the Indian people and stay in India. So friends, now for more news log in www.hellomumbai.com. Stay with us. Thank you.